Looking back, I grew up feeling the love of my family, but being confused. My father left when I was young. All I had was anger and trying to be accepted. And that's what I strived for, other than trying to seek God. My downward spiral began at a young age. Through my anger, I began acting out in violence and ended up on psych meds to contain my violence, my anger. A lie that I believed about myself was that I could never be forgiven by my family or by God for all the things that I've done. There's been several times in my life when I felt like I was at rock bottom and needed help. It started with going to prison, and in prison, it was a life or death situation every day. And I just thought that it couldn't get any worse. I felt like I would never ever get out, that I wouldn't make it to my release date. After 30 years of trying and failing and trying and failing to get my life in order, I finally got to the point where I couldn't function anymore as a human being. I heard about the New Orleans Mission while on a trip to Texas. And during that trip, I was with a traveling partner who decided to stop in New Orleans, Louisiana. And so during that stop that evening, there was so much darkness and evil around me that it was at that point, at the end of that one night, that I finally had enough and was ready to give up everything. And I was walking and wandering, and I was crying out to God in my mind, like, Lord, please help me, God, show me what to do. And while I was in that state of between crying and so much desperation, someone tapped me on the shoulder. It was just daybreak. And I was like, Lord, you show me and I'll do it. And someone tapped me on the shoulder and they said, hey, you want to be a disciple? And I looked at them and I was like, and I looked up, I was at the New Orleans Mission. The feeling I had when I realized that I was truly forgiven was like the feeling of being dead and coming back to life to me, because I was so dead in my sins. The burden of my sins and how much sin I felt on me was so much that I never thought I could be forgiven. So when it was actually lifted off me, it was like coming back to life from being dead. Today, I remain connected to the vine. I'm still in the process. I'm still a work in progress. I always will be. I now know that I have a purpose, and I'm striving for that purpose, not for myself, but to do God's will today. So I'm excited today about what God has next for me. He's been awesome in my life. He's been faithful. I'm currently reconciling with my family, and it's like the journey is coming to a neat closure, in that full circle, we've all gone our separate ways, but in the end, we've all come back together to finish out our days as serving God. And that's what I want to do the rest of my life. I'm so full of life today. I'm so alive. I'm so free, totally free to live, truly live the way God intended, and not just for myself, but in a way that I receive peace and joy every day. And I'm amazed and wowed by God daily. And it's amazing. It's a life that I would recommend for each and everybody. My name is Mark Klein, and I'm a disciple.